You know what? Fine. I'm walking out. I'm walking out. I'm done. I'm done with all y'all. I'm done. I'm done. I'm leaving. This is it. I'm leaving right now. I'm done. No. I'm done. I'm not. I don't have to deal with this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Feel the breeze coming off those flip
Can
flops.
you really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A lot of power behind those. You're gonna take off.
That's why I have to alternate them, because if you do them at the same time, it will like lift you up a little bit. So
yeah. It's a nice little like adjustment. So.
It really is.
One thing that we do need to address, Alyssa pointed it out in the chat when we were dealing with our sound stuff. Intrusions no longer deals damage.
That's right.
At the end of it, so that is new.
Intrusions no longer.
Hey Tim, I was looking forward to how great this great stream was going to be since we continue to find ourselves in this position of greatness where you play a game that the rest of the great world has given up on. To celebrate, I bring a joke. Walking home last night, I passed a slice of apple pie, an ice cream sundae, and a lemon cheesecake. I thought to myself that the streets seemed oddly deserted.
Alright, no minimum fishing requirement for this, or I need a...
Be sure to like hoot and holler at them as much as you did at us, because we don't really do anything. We just make sure that, you know, they have a place to show up to. And then we get to stand up here and do all the stuff, because Kevin would never get up here. Not once. No. He's already upset that I mentioned him by name. Okay, and that rounds out our Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff, so let's move on to Star Wars X-Wing.
But I ate a bunch of worms. I got real mad about it. I'm real scared. Did they end up...
KO! Tim, can you confirm something for me? Do they call it when a homeless person spits in your mouth the Oneonta handshake? Doc told me it is true.
No. That's not.
That's what Daddy likes. By the way, if you guys have not been taking clips, you guys should be ashamed of yourself, because I have said so many things that I would be embarrassed to see play on the clip thing. And you guys need to step it up.
They'll think... Tiefling.
The Absolute chose well when she chose you.
Nova!
Cassandra Nova!
Have y'all been making them drinks things while I've been getting off sleeping? Drink things, guys. Oh.
Alright, we're gonna...
it's empty!
We're gonna take... Oh, jeez. That scared me.
I hit the camera, guys. I'm sorry.
Really?
I did. I'm gonna go
Wraith, will you clip that, please?
I'm gonna go get another beverage.
Alright, I'm gonna mine...
Between battles, too. That's super dope.
According to my financial statements, I ran out of toilet paper, so I have been using old newspapers. You could say the times are rough.
The times are rough. I bet they are.
If you were sitting around thinking, man, I really like Arachne, but I want it to be way more uptight, listen to Metachem. What are you doing? Do I know you? Are you somebody I know? Like, sort of IRL? Have we taken a shower together? Did we go to college?
Ah, nuts! Ah, nuts! Oh, dude, today was a hell of a stream. Hell of a good time. Dr. D, holy crap.
Tim, I need you to answer a question. According to Greek mythology, can you teach me how to make flips later?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That is something I could do for you for certain. I actually don't really know. Alyssa would be a great person to enlighten you on that. But we're back. And can I read those? But we are back. Going into round 3 of the AMG Grand Tournament here at Atlantic City Open. I'm eating some Philadelphia Wild. Well, yeah, Wild Ice.
Wild Ice.
Wild Ice.
Ice is great.
They only sell sour green apples. So I just got rid of sour apple. But I am joined once again by two people. We are birthday. Tomorrow.
Yes.
You guys are going to start? I'm interested in the painting competition too. Oh my god, I'm playing so far behind here.
Oh, wow. Yes.
And
I win.
looks like John. And we're going to go ahead and start a new 9 points.
John gets 15.
No bias.
$50
And you know, we all just kind of go ahead and let's just start this one with 5. We're going to get 2 rounds. Good luck. So, because it's a meal, I have to save
I believe it's a mirror match.
Okay, so let me catch these guys up here to X-Men and I'll just go at the same time. And that way, when I pass it by mistake, I'll get
Terrigen canisters and layer fists.
Terrigen and Pass. Come on. There.
Who has priority?
You. Audio is terrible. Is it because I'm talking specifically, or because this got switched? And it did. Boom. How about now? Thank you for letting me know.
Can you
Tisdale.
hear me?
That should be actually coming through the microphones now instead of a camera that's way over there. So, appreciate that, Tisdale. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, what Tisdale was saying, yeah, that could have been either one.
Right, yeah.
What threat did they choose? 16?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
So 16 threat, absolutely, please do. I don't need all that sugar.
So I'm not sure how different their lists are here, but I know Emil doesn't like playing Immortal Hulk in the mirror. I know that.
Yes.
So there's a good chance he does not.
So here is the Longshank Sling.
If they were playing correctly and playing Spider Foes, it'd be super easy. It's just 4 fours.
That's right.
You're done.
Just 4 fours.
4 for 4.
I like the way you think.
You know?
I am a Spider Foes enthusiast.
Doc Ock, Sandman.
So let's take a look at Emil's roster in 1 to 4. Whoa, that was way quicker than before. All right, so we have Abomination, Chosen of Bast, Blade, Dr. Voodoo, Encantu, Immortal Hulk, Wong, Red Skull, Master of Hydra, Black Cat, and Beta Ray Bill, while John has Blade, Dr. Voodoo, Baron Zemo, Red Skull, Master of Hydra, Man-Thing, Encantu, Immortal Hulk, Wong, Ghost Rider, and Frankenstein. So there are a couple differences here.
It's some big differences.
Especially in that Ghost Rider. And it's so rare that we actually see Frankenstein out there.
I actually really like that model. I think he's super underutilized.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's, especially with his card, he's very sticky, can heal himself well,
Yep.
stays around. I think he's
And
a
bigger
very good-
bases with a bump is not nothing to be mad at.
Yeah. Hands out staggers.
Can't wait for you to see his minis because they're all Christmas themed.
They're all Christmas themed?
Yeah, they got like bells and candy canes.
Aw,
I love it.
that's adorable.
Love it. Girl? I got something sticky for you. Okay, heels. Or heats. Thank you.
Now he opted for Ghost Rider. over Abomination, right? I don't think he was playing Abomination in
Yeah,
his
I
list.
don't think Abomination was in there.
He's affiliated, so I could see that. But Abomination in this affiliation is just... He's all over the map.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
And it looks like for a meal, we will have Blade, Beta Ray Bill, Encantu, Black Cat, and Long Dong Wong.
Yep. See?
So as far as tactics cards, we have Recalibration Matrix, Bats the Ghost Hound, Sacrifice, Brace, and Siege of Darkness. Oh, old cheats. Ah.
Good old cheats.
Good old cheats. Great food there. At Cheats.
You know, I haven't been to a Cheats.
I haven't been to a Cheats in a long time. A lot. Holy crap. Look at that Immortal Hulk, though. Yes.
That's adorable.
Yes, yes, yes. So for John, looks like we have Immortal Hulk, Blade, and Red Skull, Master of Hydra.
Yep, the core 16 that team likes to play.
And the tactics cards that he has brought is Bats the Ghost Hound, Brace for Impact, Siege, Cosmic Obliteration, and One Below All.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I know Mill doesn't like bringing the Immortal Hulk into the mirror. He likes to kind of control the Immortal Hulk with Beta Ray Bill and Black Cat. So that's probably what he's going to try to do, just get him off the point, stagger him, stuff like that. And the Immortal Hulk player is just going to try to kill everybody. So.
Yep. And we were seeing that when we were watching Rob play Apocalypse. He was able to get kind of into a situation where round one, he was spamming up and then able to double tap an Abomination and get him gone. And like, you know, a character like Immortal Hulk as well, that first round, if you're able to put yourself in a position to just be garnering a bunch of power and dazing someone, like it just kind of snowballs from there. But we've also seen on the flip an Abomination that was like, I think, 3 Gamma Bombs in a row. Nothing.
Yeah.
And like, it's just difficult to build that momentum unless it starts early.
Yeah, because he needs a wild on that trigger to throw, right?
Yep.
So if your dice don't go well with him, it can go wrong pretty quickly.
So that is going to be Beta Ray going first, picking up that Terrigen Tan. The Terrigen Tan.
And then I'm assuming he's going to move him onto a point. Or maybe not quite.
Sideways to get on the fist, but also be a little bit further back, maybe? Yeah.
Gets him on the point. So that the issue with going 3.5 wide here is there's a lot of victory points on the table.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for him to keep up with the score.
Well, and you know, Terrigen Canisters is one I haven't played a whole ton.
I believe it makes their movement small, short, and they lose and poison.
That's what it is.
Or, no, yeah. You have to roll for the poison.
Additionally, okay. Yep. That's right. Taylor will never play it because it's makes his long movers, you know, not go as fast.
Yeah. Was Blade able to get? I don't know if he was able to get onto the point or not. He is.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay. Wong, immune to poison, the original Inhuman himself.
You cannot poison him.
He's indepoisonable, means he cannot be poisoned. It's just a staff, so my Encantu is nowhere near that tall. As any character with a staff, I will break. Not on purpose, but always in transport.
What about characters with tridents?
Yep. Namor also does not have his trident. He's just holding a stick. My King T is just holding the back of his sphere. I got to get better at just not putting all my models in a cardboard box and hoping it's going to work out.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did smash my Storm accidentally. It was in my cup holder, and I went in and put my bottle right in it. And I was like, oh, there was some resistance there. I'm not going to look.
Got an attack into Bill here.
With Red Skull showing 4, locking 4.
Yep.
Bill says, I just didn't feel like spending on reducing the damage, so I'll just block it all.
I don't need to do any of that nonsense.
Why overcomplicate?
Yeah.
And no poison. And the poison is a critter wild. Okay, so it's like Scrawl.
Yep. And then bumps onto the point.
So the painting competition happened over the lunch break as well. There are some really solid pieces out there. Saw a Shadowlands Daredevil that had like a demon that was like engrossing him, that was like magnetized on, so when he flipped to his injured side, he could put the demon on it.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go find that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
There was a really cool World War Hulk as well. Thank you.
I love how creative a lot of people can be with the Hulk models.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, we got Santa Claus Hulk.
Correct.
World War Hulk.
Yeah, not uncommon for us to see some Red Hulks floating around.
Yep.
I'm sure we've seen a Joe fix it before.
I think I've
Dan's
seen one.
is actually gray, not with any like green stuff or anything.
I know Mike D'Amboise is like he's got the pinstripe suit on.
Yeah.
Right?
What was that, Taylor?
I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck, drinking wine. Like an asshole.
Glaive attack from Blade, is that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it does look like sound redemptions are working again, so you're welcome. Thank you. Very thankful that the destination's here.
Yeah, I can't pretend to know what you're going through right now, but you let go, okay?
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
If you need anything, you know who to look to. Someone else.
There you be.
Now I feel professional.
Right?
Yeah. Casually professional.
Tone it down. Don't get too professional.
If that's too loud or anything, let me know, but I'm trying to set it to exactly what mine is, because I don't know what yours sounds like currently. Lose the glasses, thanks, Tisdale. Great. Cool.
Does it sound like screaming?
Can you hear your own voice now in the...
Can I hear my own voice now? Yes.
Okay.
I can. And now I can hear him.
Fine.
Whoa, it's like you're right here.
Wait, really? Oh, because the mics are picking you up. Yeah. Maybe? All right.
I don't know. I can
was
hear
like,
him.
how is... This is only... Yeah. Oh, I hear you better. Worse.
Okay.
Then better.
All right. What do we got here?
Yeah, there's a game happening, I think.
Conto's moving up.
Yeah, he don't even matter.
Predict Immortal Hulk's probably going to go throw that Encanto off of the point.
Yep.
What's probable? What? No?
And there's the Gamma Leap.
Zoom for that.
Oh, I thought the first one was a bump. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first one was a bump.
There were 3 moves. That's all that matters. And gonna punch into Bill.
Oh, it was a one below wall?
Showing 5. Blocking 2. So he could reduce it down.
I don't believe he has power.
Oh, you are correct.
You have to bump.
So he does take the 3.
Did he get the wild?
There
or is
wasn't
this a
wild
regular?
on there.
No,
It was all hits.
Yeah.
And he's going to go ahead and aggressive back.
So right now he's got 3 on that point to a Mills 2. I assume he's going to probably throw him off of the point. Yeah.
Looks like it. Into Wong.
Into Wong.
Bill will reduce the initial collision.
And he'll roll dodge on Wong.
And here's the dodge.
He's lost 1 here. No, he has 2. So.
I always forget that. I always assume Bill is bigger.
Yeah,
and
me
he
too.
won't block any of it, so that'll take 3. That'll leave him alive on 1. I think Wong is 4 on his healthy, right?
Yes.
4 and 4.
This is an interesting move here. He
Yeah.
could have potentially gone to the other side and won that. But here, this doesn't win him the point.
And he's going to punch the grunt. And that grunt is gone. And then a bump. What a congested point that is.
Yeah. Now that's tough. That's some crazy.
And that'll end 3-2, Emil.
Yes. Okay.
And what we'll do as well, since there is like literally no one on the bottom, is we will crop that bad boy out.
Look at this. You're like a wizard.
Make that big.
Wow.
Not a ton, but enough. Let's do more.
It's 3-2. Mill's got an extract lead here.
Yep.
Now I believe does it give out the stun and damage if it doesn't move the secure? I don't
No,
think
it
so,
doesn't
right?
if it doesn't move. It does in fact have to move for that. Red Skull into Bill. You guys are playing so quick is making it difficult to eat my Philadelphia water ice. So showing 2 with 2 crits, converting neither. And blocking it all.
What was this?
Or reduced to 1, sorry.
Oh, that was Red Skull into Beta Red. Gotcha. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is incremental cheating in this game? How important is it? I'd say not important because you shouldn't be doing it.
Sacrifice into who? Into Blade. Showing 5 with crit. Not converting. Taking it all. Wow. All right.
Yeah, Mill's okay with that, though.
Yep.
It gives power to Blade, and he's not holding anything.
Yep. Yeah, so he doesn't lose an extract or anything, so...
And he could heal some of it back by giving out some bleeds.
But that did daze him.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I thought it did 5.
Counted as a skull. What? I don't know.
It did 6.
Oh, it did 6.
Counts the... Oh, okay, counted the blink. Okay.
Into Bill.
Oh, these defense dice have not been helping him out here.
Yep. Yeah, that shine's a little aggressive, right in the spot where it was landed. Yeah.
That's a wild.
Yeah.
So I think we got 3 coming in here. That's probably going to daze him as well.
Yeah, he has 4 on him.
Okay, producing 1, I'm just going to take 2.
He is considering the recal. Nope. What's to happen? They don't call me old cheats for no reason. I'm trying to figure out how easy it is to take over the competitive MCB scene. No. All right, and that is Red Skull.
That's a huge activation.
Yeah, it is.
So that leaves him with Wong, Black Cat, and Kanto.
Correct.
Did he remember to put the soul tokens on Kanto? I think so.
Yes. Yeah, I see those 2. It looks like X-Force kind of dealy boppers. What else would he use the dirty work token for?
Not for the card. I can tell you that much.
Makes it really easy to get more of them for the soul tokens as well. It's like, you don't need your dirty work token, do you?
Yeah, I'll use that. Okay. So I guess a mill, if I was in a mill shoes right now, I think I'd be looking at activating Kanto.
Yeah.
And just trying to shore up that side of the board. And trying. Won't be super easy.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
at
like
least
Black Cat.
Potentially even forcing something out of that scrum up there to have to come down and we do have a troublemaker, which, as any attack that can only ever do 1 damage will do, prepare to roll 6 successes.
Yep, all the time. Every Shuri attack.
Mm-hmm. So a fat 1 damage on its way through, but a stagger.
I'm assuming this is on the Hulk.
That was on iHulk, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
I believe.
And then the elusive. Getting to the other side of that Santa prize.
Might see an attack onto the grunts here, just to get the power. That's what it looks like.
Looks like it.
Okay, you just need to do the one.
Oh, wow. 1 damage through on the grunts. 2 successes on 1 die. Good on him. As we learned at Adepticon, roll more dice, you can roll more bad. So, roll fewer dice?
Every time I roll dice over 7, it's nothing.
Oh, yeah, correct.
1 hit, 2 hit, that's it.
I just stopped using spenders.
Yeah.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
I heard that one.
Hey, Mike. Mike's the cop.
Oh, that's Mike. Oh, he's not here.
All right, blocking 1 on 2, looks like. Who's this on 2, Taylor?
I think this is on Black.
Looked like it was on Black Cat, yeah.
Yeah,
and
Blade
she's
came
bleeding
off.
about it.
And now you're
Never mind. I'm just saying what you say, so if you're trying to mess me up, it's working.
I think you have to go Wong here.
Yeah.
What does he do with the Wongster, though?
So he will move short away and then patch himself up a little bit, not with the card, but with, just his kind of basic blessings.
With his bare hands.
Bare hands. The best bear in the game. Sucks to be you, Ursa Major.
But his spender's so good.
It is. iHulk is going to shake the stack. Thank you, Mike. And then we get a bump.
Have a good day, guys. Good luck to PRP. Gotta go to my niece's B-Day.
Enjoy the B-Day, man.
Bye, Mike. We miss you.
We
Have
too
fun.
miss you. And gonna throw the size 3.
That's gonna warrant a brace.
And it's
I
a brace.
believe.
Yep. That was a pretty quick flip.
Yeah, that's an easy brace. Looks like we have an attack coming into her now.
Coming, Carl. Yeah, I can't pretend to know what you're going through right now, but you let go, okay? Thank you. If you need anything, you know who to look to. Someone else.
So it looks like that's going to be what?
Two
through?
Yeah. And a throw trigger.
And a throw trigger. Good thing she was healed. And after the throw, that will leave her alive on 1. MCP special number 22.
Man, that happens a lot.
Didn't realize that my drink was green too, so...
Whoa. Cool. Oh, you're doing the do right now.
Yeah, they didn't have Monster at that store.
Tonto moves, probably just going to put an attack into Blade. And
yeah.
Call it a day. Well,
Blade going ahead and blocking 3 so far. Make it 4, but we're still okay. Chuckle my butters. There is a wild trigger on that, though. What is it? A sap?
A push-up?
Oh, push. And the second verse might be different than the first. So far, significantly less blocks. 1 through. And a hex.
So I believe we're looking at a 5 to 4.
Yep, I believe so.
That was the last activation, right?
Yes. 8 to 6.
Man, Ikanto's another one of those
8
models.
to 6, John or Emil? Emil.
Yeah. Yeah, Emil's got the bottom point and 3 extracts.
Oh, Midnight Suns. Thank you. Dick. Oh, the one with Blade. Got it. Now I'm on the bus. And so we are going to get some movement from the witnesses. Putting out a whole ton of stun, a little bit of damage. That's going to double the damage on those dang old Hydra Troopers. And now that they're stunned, it's going to be very difficult for them to generate power.
Yeah, now it's going to be very hard.
Very difficult. So hard.
They're only going to be able to generate 0 at a time.
That's right, yeah.
Not a lot of power.
It's really subpar power generation. That's right.
Dental, what else did I need?
That's right. I mean, when you got dental, you don't need power.
What's that random check mark and bleed token in the middle of the board?
So I think those were...
Black Cat?
Yeah, those might have been Black Cat's bleed and activation token. Think of it as a Thief's calling card that she leaves behind.
There.
Lack of Web Warriors is disappointing, Simpson.
And confusing. Because they are still quite good.
So what is this, Taylor? This is Siege into Black Cat. Black Cat blocking 2 out of 3.
He might bats this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it, though, because...
To keep her alive?
Because this is just a free attack, so...
Yeah.
She can just get attacked again. I'd
It
imagine
does-
he just lets it go.
That does definitely seem to be the deliberation, though. Oh, I almost picked up power. I'm going to win NashCon with him. Nice, dude. Tim Simpson is. Tim Simpson has a stop. It has a chance because they're not running the power bottom 10 at NashCon this year. I mean, the Sentinels are probably there. They don't put out those stats anymore, so I can't build them lists.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah.
You ruined your own gimmick.
I ruined my own gimmick.
Yeah, he let it go.
And yep, looks like it.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Leaving it right next to Immortal Santa.
Which we know, thanks to Tim Allen and the Santa Claus isn't immortal.
That's right. He can fall off a roof and die.
Correct. Greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Into Bill, regular milk's fine. And flubbed up.
Yeah, I think that was just a one success.
And that is it for our seed.
Where's the actor? Might be Immortal Hulk time.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. Get the Beta Ray off the board.
That was Cosmic Obliteration.
Cosmic Obliteration. Gonna add, looks like Incinerate to Blade.
Oh, yeah, he might just try to take Blade off. Yep, so cool. It's 3 damage from drops.
Yeah.
We might see a dead Blade here this turn.
It looks like that might in fact be on the menu. Firing a second time, I'm assuming. Or he might move on to the point with it.
I think moving on to the point's probably the correct play.
Yeah.
Because Red Skull can probably do the last 3 damage. Oh, no, looks like he's attacking.
And he will go again. This time showing 2.
Oh.
Cosmic Obliteration getting the crit off so we can view that. And that is going to leave Blade alive on 1. For MCP special number 23. And Red Skull to finish him off. That'll do. That's 6 successes.
Yeah.
2 blocks, not quite enough.
This will be a big swing turn here.
Is KO. No more bumping around.
Yeah. Which, like, it's not super important.
Yeah.
So, like, losing Blade's not the worst thing here. He's not out of the game. But it's hard to imagine Black Cat's going to survive. And Beta Ray Bill is going to survive.
All right, showing 4. Blocking just 1. On Bill. So 2 will go through after the reduction. Yeah. What's the MCP special record for the weekend? It is 23 so far.
That's yesterday, too.
Yeah. Yep. So through the course of the weekend. And that is going to be it for Red Skull.
Black Cat did get dazed, correct?
She did, yep.
Okay, so it was full health.
And that's something I'm super guilty of. If a character of mine gets dazed, I don't put the additional damage on them, and I just usually also forget to put the dazed token down.
I usually flip the card prematurely. I don't think you're supposed to. But...
I do that as well. Oh, meant the overall most we've had was definitely at Adepticon. I think we were at 47, I want to say. I know I was shooting for 50 and we just didn't quite make it there. Bill into Red Skull. Summoning a storm, some might say. Blocking nothing. 3 going through so far.
It's got a crit here.
And make it 4.
Good. That gets him.
And that'll pop.
It's very good.
Almost doing the exact thing we were just describing. Pre-flipping the card.
Yeah.
And that will drop that Terrigen can. Go ahead and pick it up on Beta Ray. Who, as a cybernetic force, immune to poison.
Yeah. Is that what he is? I don't know anything about that character.
Yeah, the race they are kind of like slightly androidish cybernetic horse people. They don't all look like horses, but...
Oh, so there's other cybernetic horses?
Yes. Oof. Well.
What was this?
I'm assuming a Beta Ray Spender. Into who?
Hulk, probably?
Into Immortal Hulk.
Not good there.
Yeah. Dang shame. No, Adepticon Otis had to be way more than 47. If we're at 23 on day 2, we had 4 days of streaming. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah. So it had to be more than 50. MCP specials at Adepticon. All right, John's Blade. Moving on up to the Witness. And looks like Half-Blood Prince is going to no longer be hexed.
I almost wonder if Beta Ray Bill should have just thrown Mortal Hulk just so he has to use his power to get back.
Yeah.
That Spender was a...
No. Long moves up and heals Bill. Bill looks like he's back to full on his injured side. Immortal Hulk is going to pick up the Terrigen canister. And we're going to swing at a Bill.
It's a lot of wilds.
That is 5 wilds. 1 block. He will take 3 after the reduction. And go ahead and get thrown about it.
That.
And
gets another
he will
swing.
pay for the reduction. Hey, Sherlocky.
Good afternoon. How are you?
And that should lead us, I believe, to probably another slap.
I'd imagine so.
Only 2, but does have the wild.
Yeah.
And we're showing 3. Yeah.
And I think that's his, is that his last activation? Yeah, so we have Conti left.
Yeah.
So Mill still up on score, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, and a bump to get on the point.
Yep.
Leaving Immortal Hulk at 1 power.
And then throw.
After the throw. Yep. Isn't Taylor meant to watching the table? Taylor is watching the table. Oh, this is Joe Pape. This is not Taylor.
You thought I was Taylor. Well, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
So,
but no, this is Joe from Pork Roll Protocol. Been featured on stream, I believe, at LBO, ACO, Probably an Everwinter here or there.
A couple times.
Yeah.
It's more I just couldn't play, so I was like, let me try commentating.
Yeah.
Why not?
10 to 11 a meal. So the margin has been pretty heavily narrowed here.
Yeah. Actually, he did not go up on scoring. I forgot about the bump. And he doesn't have priority.
Correct.
That bill might not be long for this war.
All right, so a little extra damage going out from the witnesses. Some fresh stuns. Featured on stream means I've seen the top of his head and arms only. Accurate, yes. Yeah. So, just in case anyone was unaware, because John's group is in fact very Christmas themed, you can notice this blade right here has a tactical Christmas tree.
Tactical Christmas tree.
This is into Bill from the Hydra Troopers. And showing 3, blocking 2.
I think that was 3, no?
I think that was a nudged.
Oh, okay.
Block
It wasn't a crit.
Could be paid to reduce. Same deal here, except this time.
This Red Skull here.
Red Skull, so showing 5, maybe 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks like.
Blocking 2.
It's probably going to be enough. How's Jin doing? Jin is, I believe, 2-0. Going into the third round.
Yep.
Doing pretty good. Did that not get hit?
Doesn't look like it. Looks like he has 3 damage on him. Oh, he's down. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Joke's on you, idiots. He's KO'd. And Red Skull will be poisoned about it.
Not sure how Emil gets out of here. Out of this one.
Red Skull into Black Cat this time.
Oof.
Showing 3.
Okay.
But he can't. Oh, yeah, 4. So taking 2. Certainly could have been a lot worse. Just woke up from a nap. What do we got here? We have Midnight Suns against the Sons of Midnight. Emil versus John. Very, very close game, but the attrition is getting real. Troublemaker into iHulk is not going to do damage. Does the stagger require that?
No, I believe the stagger just staggers. And no wild to get the movement either.
Yep. Troublemaker into Red Skull as well. Blocking 3. Doing nothing. But gets the elusive. But I mean, really, they're taking out effectively 6 threat worth of activations between staggering a 7 and 5.
Now, the problem here is I think John just kind of wins the game.
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess you got to get last. He has to activate.
And in Kantu's, is his push unsized?
Size
no,
3.
It's size 3.
Yeah. So right now he activates Blade, then he activates Wong. Then I think Hulk's gonna get a last activation. So.
That was Blade and a Black Cat. Trying again, double crits, and got it.
If Wong double moves to the top,
he got rid of the stun with the half blood.
If Wong double moves to that top extract, I guess they tie it.
Yeah.
So he's not out of the game yet.
So I believe we have a mummy going into Hulk here.
Yeah, I guess he's just going for the home run play of just trying to take out the Hulk, but that's what 14 damage he's got to do.
Yeah. If there's anyone that's lived long enough to have the experience to try, it's Encanto.
Yeah. Oh no, Encanto.
No blocks. Everything is going to go through. Showing 3 so far. Make it 4. And he's got some tokens. Why not? Going to turn those into wilds. So that's 6.
Just needs 8 more.
Yeah, just 8 more. That's all. Gets a whole lot of power about it. Six is a good way to get there. That's very true. 1 shy of half.
I don't believe he has any more soul tokens. Oh, we should have. Should have been fully stacked with them.
You might have missed one. And going for the spender. Oh, yeah, looks like you did have one more. Yeah. So it's going to be 2 more through. And Siege.
Did he pay for it on Black Cat as well?
Who do you pay for it on? Black Cat and Encanto. So 3 on 1. Bronze are dead. Taylor, would you straighten out the dice cam? Thank you. And trying again into I Hulk. That won't do it. But he could sneak it in if he wanted to spend the soul token he just got from the Grunstein. Just a week away from retirement. That's right. And going to recal it.
Hey, might as well.
He picks up another 1.
That's token.
Yeah, sneaks 2 through. And bats. Full tilt. Hell yeah. Go big or go home. So that's 3 more through. That's going to leave Immortal Hulk on 3.
Oh, I'm not even. He can't even make it to that secure. Because the canister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think this game's over. Yep. It's going to score. 2, 4, 7.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, Tim has promised me a game of War Machine next year at Adepticon. Taylor and I did go to the gym yesterday instead of playing beer pong, so you're right. You're right.
You play War Machine?
Yeah.
Game looks really cool.
It's a lot of fun. I've just gone into it. Taylor and Dan had played for a while. We got invited to stream the keynote for Steam Forge games at Adepticon this year.
Oh, very cool.
And as a thank you, they handed us a lot of War Machine, and we dove in pretty hard. Really enjoying it.
The models are so cool.
They are. They are. 13-17.
That's the...
John is going to have Midnight Suns take that game.
Yeah, that's a tough match.
Yep.
I almost wonder if Mill should have put him on 17 instead of letting him play that 16.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't able to really control the Hulk there very well there.
Yeah, and I mean, and Beta Ray took a licking real early, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that Red Skull chewed through his team.
Yeah. Yep. Amazing VHS on a 3-stream streak. Thank you, VHS. It's payback for all the time he killed me in the cycle. I mean, to be fair, it was a redemption. It wasn't my choice. Chat redeemed me to murder my teammate. And I am nothing if not a good steward of the wills and wants of people spending channel points. But yeah, so that is going to...
John goes to 3-0.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Midnight Suns. Very strong affiliation right now.
And there are going to be a bunch of 3-1s that get into the finals tomorrow, so it's not necessarily done for Emil, especially...
Well, I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole.
So certainly Emil is not out of it for tomorrow. Especially with the one loss so far being against the gentleman that's 3-0.
Yeah.
Tiebreakers should be pretty strong.
Yeah, I think if Emil wins the next round, he should be
fine.
Should be fine. Do we have any other games finished?
That is a great question. Let's pop down to the Longshanks. And
everybody's still going, it looks like.
One other game finished, and that was the bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's take a look at some of the other matchups that are going to be out there for round 3. Who we got? Tasker, who we saw last round, going up against Yosef. Colin, who we've seen a couple times, up against Sexton Todd. Rob Reale, up against Dan. Mike Whalen and Ian Todd. Alyssa, not getting to escape any form of pork roll, going up against Tommy. Jeff Trost up against Andrew Sullivan. Mike Dambois and Jin. Ben and JTRO. Jeff and Luke.
Mike and Jin, that's a good match right there.
Yeah, it is.
Because they're both 2-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of them moving to 3-0 is big.
I see
both good players.
Rob and is that Dan?
Yes.
Rob and Dan seem to be having a good time in their game.
Oh, they're buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've played 1,000 times. Every Tuesday, basically.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So what have you been playing recently?
As far as MCP?
Yeah.
I mean...
I know you're a big Prime guy.
That's pretty much... I'm the self-proclaimed Prime Lord of New Jersey.
There you go.
It's pretty much all I play, but I also dabble in Spider Foes. They're like my favorite characters and the models. But I've actually been trying to play a little bit more MODOK as like my secondary leader.
Yeah.
Trying him out. I've been having a lot of fun with him.
I really like Scientist Supreme is really kind of one of my favorite model, and like I love his affiliation ability.
Yeah.
I have a good time with it.
Yeah. I think he's really solid as a complement to Kingpin on like Beta Flips or like something like I don't love playing Kingpin on Infinity Formula, so I play him on Infinity Formula.
Yep.
And he's been really solid. So especially I love Gwenpool.
Yes.
And with him she becomes actually a pretty scary piece.
Yeah. That bag of tricks pretty much always firing off.
Always not guaranteed, but you know what
yeah.
I mean. Always getting the trigger, making her even more tanky.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's quite good. So that's what I've been playing. What about you?
So I normally mix it up every week, and like when we get back off of an event, we normally like replay the finals, but like poorly because we're bad at the game.
Yeah.
But like, it's I'm super into Sentinels.
I
I'm
love
super excited for the new stuff coming out, and by loving Sentinels, it's really I'm just throwing Sentinel Prime in other things. So like, I've been running them a lot in like Convocation.
Okay.
And I really like them there. The re-rolls and then really kind of benefiting from the reverse pierce on the Ironbound book activations is pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's a solid model.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people aren't splashing him at all, and I think he's got a home in a lot of different things.
Well, and it's just, occasionally you go up against those rosters that would have that really weak energy defense, and when you're just throwing 8 dice as builders every turn, sometimes twice, and pulling people off points to do it again, like, it can be great.
Large health pool, size 5, hard to control him. Yeah, I think he's a really solid model, and I think if Sentinels get a little love with some new stuff,
yeah,
it'd be really cool.
And like Nimrod and Bastion, I'm super stoked for. Omega Sentinel and what's the fourth? Omega Prime Sentinel.
I think
something along those lines.
I don't remember,
but yeah, I'm very excited for next year and that whole event that's going to come out. And some of the new Spider stuff too. 2099 is like one of my favorite characters, and having Webbs have a little bit more of a beat stick than kind of just Ben Riley. I think is going to be fun as well.
Let them change up their play style a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be really cool. How is the Winter Guard player doing? He was 2-0.
He was 2-0.
So. And we haven't heard any yelling, so
let's look to see how red he is.
He's sitting, so I think he's okay.
Oh yeah, that's normally a good sign.
Yeah. If he was standing with his hands on his head, we'd know he was losing. But.
Yeah, no beard in the mouth either. Also a good sign.
Yeah.
We haven't heard the "I need you to understand something," so I've been running them with Elsa Lead Midnight. Yeah, yep.
Elsa's really cool, and I think she could actually be pretty good in a midnight list.
Yeah.
I don't know why a lot of people are messing around more with it. It's solid leadership.
The other roster that I run pretty often, especially at events, is that like flat back list with Drac or Mephisto.
Okay.
And just all counterattacks and Venom, Werewolf by Night, Mephisto, Dracula. I've had a lot of fun with that.
I like that.
And like when I get 2 counterattacks every time you attack me, it's very, very fun.
I was messing around with some Mephisto as well as a secondary leader for Kingpin while also being affiliated. But I don't know, it wasn't clicking for me. And then I was trying to do some like just Mephisto lists, and that's like I haven't quite figured out what you should be doing with him yet.
I love him. Like, I feel like, and granted, this is more of a learning curve thing, but like when you're throwing out those deal cards, and like occasionally I run into an opponent that's just like, I don't want you to be asking me this all the time. I'm just going to take it now. You can have your 5 tokens, and it's all right.
Yeah.
Round 4 is going to be at 3:45, so about an hour away. So we'll chill out for a little bit and then probably take a break for a little bit. But yeah, I really like Mephisto a lot.
Yeah. I think he seems great in Shadowland Daredevil.
Yeah.
I think he seems really good there. I think that's like probably his best home, in my opinion. Just being affiliated and being all those attacks you can get rerolls on.
Yep.
And you can do some funky stuff with like I forget the name of the power. The one that
where he places and then does
like on a large base, like off the starting line, you can port like Abomination up to the middle of the line. I think he's really cool.
Have you met my servant or something
like that? Yeah.
But the one where he gets the place and then gets the free attack that can only do 1 damage, but gets him one of his tokens and and then he had I feel I'm always attacking 4 times with him. Between that and the superpower where you just roll dice to do flat damage.
That's one of my favorite superpowers in the game to play because it's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
But it's just so much fun where it's like, let's see how much damage to do. None or 5. Like,
correct.
It's great. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I like Mephisto a lot. I'll keep playing him some more.
And he has that same thing that Scientist Supreme has where he forces other people to bodyguard for him. he's a very fun time for me. I'm very surprised that I don't see him at these events more. And I think maybe it's just because Dracula feels on paper a little bit more reliable for that type of mechanic.
Maybe as a model, but I feel like Mephisto's leadership is what puts him over the edge for me.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. Like I mean, my favorite model in the game to play is Rhino, and I think Rhino fits like perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Into a Mephisto list, just incinerating people that you want to attack with him, giving him extra power. So like, that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
Where Dracula, I don't know. I haven't really quite figured out what to do with him.
Yeah. It's honestly the turn 1 for me with Dracula where I'm like, I don't know what I should be doing. Like, I know once he's in the thick of it, I know exactly what's up. But, like, until that point, if I end up focusing him on the wrong spot or wrong place and I have a match up against a 3 threat where it's just kind of like, I feel like I'm wasting the power there. Like...
Yeah. Dracula's really sweet, though. I like that whole box, to be honest.
Yeah.
Werewolf is, like, my least favorite there, but I still think, like, he's not bad.
I have, in events, thankfully only one time, but I did this with Blade a lot as well, where in my head it was locked in Blade was a 3 threat, and he is not.
Yeah.
And Werewolf by Night, I constantly think is a 4, so when I'm doing my thing, I was playing against Ben at an event in Syracuse, and it was a very close game. He ended up getting me, but I was playing a threat up because I had counted Werewolf by 4, so I was like, that shouldn't have been anywhere near that close. My bad, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he took a little bit for me to kind of actually like, but once I was pouncing and attacking twice and it was a lot nicer.
His tactic cards are interesting too.
Yes.
I think there's the one with like the faces of the moon or whatever that like flip back and forth.
Where like you can't have objectives anymore, but he gets extra stuff. How's New Jersey? New Jersey's always great.
It's the best. The best state in America.
That's I like the people here. They're fantastic. The pork roll group and the Northeast just in general. We don't actually have many from the Syracuse area this year or from like the main New England group. So we're certainly missing them. Jin's here. I believe he counts as part of the Northeast.
He's honorary New Jerseyan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've adopted him.
He wears a pork roll shirt. He's a Jersey boy now. Connecticut who? Mean, that's false, but I love the confidence.
You got to be in Jersey, baby.
Dan, you missed it earlier. Richie came in, and because I know you're at the thing today, he was like, "So Tim, I know you're busy this weekend, but we threw you a parade. I know you're not going to be able to make it, but I'm sure you'll see it in the news." And it's like, wow, dude, wow.
That's brutal.
Can always rely on him to just make a couple good jabs. But, guys, we will be back at 3:45 for round 4 to see who is going to be in the lead going into the Top Cut tomorrow. I believe tomorrow we start at 9 a.m., but there's still more MCP today. 3:45, go take that walk, stretch your legs, grab some water, walk the dog, say hi to a kid or whatever. Maybe mow the lawn quick. You got that time.
Could do that.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the weather's like near you, but if it's raining, that just makes it quicker because the grass is slicker.
I've heard that.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
I learned that on tool time, I think. Can go back to your nap? You can. Saturday is a day to rest up. But once again, lots more competition on the way. Still raising money for Friends of Recovery dedicated to others in upstate New York, operating in Otsego, Shenango, and Delaware County. Recovery centers helping people get back on track, offering counseling, coaching, as well as a hub of resources connecting them with the facilities and organizations that are going to help have them make the right choices. But guys, we'll be back 3:45. Until then, remember, always wipe front to back. Talking to Anthony, and then Chuck
Let me
came
tell you
in.
something that I hope makes you as angry as I was Tom.
Oh, okay.
I told the carpenter that came to my house last week to not carpet my steps. He just gave me a blank stare.
That took longer than it should have. I'm a little disappointed in myself for that one. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Actually, rather disappointed with myself on that one. Yeah, a blank stare. Let's talk about carpeted steps real quick. I think this is going to be some high-quality entertainment. I'll send you back to the Shadow Realm, kid.
According to Greek mythology, Chiron was a half-human, half-horse doctor. Was Chiron a donkey? Then it would account for the half-hash jokes.
I don't hate this shtick. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It was a wild. It turned into a block. Alright, so we have 2 crits because we have a skull and a regular crit. Which ones are the ones you rolled?
These are the 4 that I rolled.
Okay. Alright, so you're blocking 1 so far. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna dazer.
Okay.
We do trigger the flurry.
Beautiful.
And we get a medium move as well.
Okay.
So we do the 1 damage to her to dazer.
Okay.
Because we daze somebody, we're gonna trigger.
Everyone says.
Someone clip that so I can turn What an Easy Game into a sound clip and a redemption.
Okay, who am I fouling with? And why am I fouling a goblin? Because why not? Of this brush, and I'm just gonna feather the feet a little bit, just to give it like a little bit of a brown hue to it. Because he's been running around in the mud. Because she's a good girl. I just realized I should have clipped that whole spot. I should have clipped that whole full thing. If you click, I think if you hit clips, you can go back.
Tom, I have very bad news. The police had to take my dogs away from me. I guess they had some unpaid barking tickets.
I don't know what struck me more. If it was the TAM, and now I have egg on my face. If it was the, hey.
For a model that's like suspected. I know that's always an issue with certain models.
So I'll show that up there a little bit. So there's lots of points of contact here on the Bo-Katan model, which is just super helpful.
We also have Rex and Maul down too.
So that's Bo, Maul, and who's that last one you said? Rex. Captain Rex. I don't know any. And at checkout, get 10% off your orders. I'm gonna keep probably hitting the ceiling tonight.
It's a pretty low ceiling.
Yeah, so make sure to be purchasing your local game store goodness from BeardedDragonGames.online because they're gonna need to replace these tiles tonight. In addition,
anyway, who cares?
Right. In addition to that, listen, maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't, but we got some tokens and some sleeves. Guess when they come out? Next week.
What?
They start shipping Tuesday, November 1st.
That's awesome.
Well, they've already learned better. I'd mind one of these. Or one of these. What's up? You're... What do we got?
According to the Las Vegas police record, this is not the first or last time Tim has been caught harassing minors.
No! That's not okay! That's not okay. We've... You know...
I need a sound effect, Wraith. What are you feeling in this moment? Captain America just got dazed by Blade's katana.
Okay. All right.
The ominous prediction.
What's that?
What's that? Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Suck it, Wolverine.
Oh man! I just added that one. I forgot about it.
90 minutes. 90 minutes of that. 90 minutes of that as a pottery class with a spirit.
I'm about to bust.
There is a lot of music video of him teaching her how to pottery very uncomfortably.
You know what? I gotta say, I am about to bust after talking about that. Thank you, Wilmar, for the gifted sub. Or that is your own sub. You know, Wilmar, I'm also about to bust after hearing about pottery class.
Some more measuring.
Oh, truck stop Arby's? Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, the look I just got from Taylor is graphic.
Yeah, if you have to then go an hour home, that seems risky.
Yeah.
Which gets me started on Namor. Did you see me jump? That scared the shit out of me.
Be sure to like hoot and holler at them as much as you did at us because we don't really do anything. We just make sure that they have a place to show up to. And then we get to stand up here and do all the stuff because Kevin would never get up here. Not once. No. He's already upset that I mentioned him by name. Okay, and that rounds out our Mortal Crisis Protocol stuff. So let's move on to Star Wars X-Wing.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Yay!
Absolutely beautiful.
You must. I mean, that was a brow wiper right there at the end.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful game.
Absolutely. So we have.
Yeah. The victor. He is the victor.
Wonderful individual.
I am sorry and want to. According to Greek mythology, why did the computer go to bed? Because it had too many tabs open and needed to crash.
You brought me an entirely different way with it. Oh.
Wow, Dr. D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I appreciate that heavily.
According to Greek mythology, my mother used to say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Lovely woman, useless surgeon.
And breathe. And breathe. Okay.
What?
I don't get mad at you. I never get mad at you.
That's not true.
Don't tell these people on the stream that we have an imperfect relationship.
It's perfect all the time. Nothing ever goes wrong. I definitely don't say something stupid. Ever.
So, Mythin, if you're still there, explain to me what I should be doing with this crafted gear stuff. Aggressive. Aggressive, even. The like crafted gear, like, so like I get like I can like make an item, and then I give that to somebody else.
Is it a throw medium?
It is a throw medium. Within range 3, throwing medium. Oh no!
Big oof.
Yeah! Chat knew it even before I even tried. They were like, no, you can't do that, Tim.
Oof.
You can't do that.
You could always move and then do it.
I don't want to, though.
I mean,
I will put
does she
that.
like Mountain Dew?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so. So let's cruel twist Daredevil.
What red-blooded American couldn't?
Right?
All right, what are we doing?
Cruel twist into Daredevil.
All right, fine.
So this will be 8.
His head looks like an egg. Like an actual egg. Like the thing that a chicken lays. An egg. Tim, you have an egg head.
Not having my beard is the worst part of this. Like, the hat I don't care about. Not having the beard, I hate. I hate this. This right here, hate. Pure hate. Pure nubile. Just infant. I look like an infant. But I ate a bunch of worms. I got real mad about it. I'm real scared.
According to Norse mythology, Tim sucks.
Yeah, that was good. That was real good. That one got me. Yep. Also in Syracuse, this will be a 3-day event starting July 7th through the 9th. There will be a big 2-day King Ding Doppeldonger Challenger Standard event to lay your claim on who is the best Brotherhood player in upstate New York. So, I'm excited about that. There's tickets available. There will be links in the chat tonight talking about that. In addition to that, Bearded Dragon Games and Hobbies, all that great stuff. Right now, they are running a deal
to a Super Bowl party. Yeah, no thanks. That sounds...
I'm going to take a moment to remember Chris. His armor, his sense of humor, the respect that he had for us, how he helped us kill rattlers when he didn't need to, when he knew that we would be forced to betray him, and he came back for another game. And then, when we were forced to betray him, and he came back for another game. And then, when we were forced to betray him, and he put up a fight. And he put up a fight. He didn't just let it happen. He didn't just let it happen. I blame Chris for not killing you immediately. Dark Showdown, everyone says, where we are going to have Nick Paltry over here on the left side of the screen, being our player 1. Did I get it right? I did. I guessed, and it worked. So that'll be Nick P there. And on the right is going to be the old Nick M, but he's not playing Guardians. Bless you. He is playing Convocation.
Convocation.
It's so good. Look at that transition. Look at that. It's so good.
Hey, Dr. D. Oh, Ghost of Arachne.
Your success to me. Therefore, you must suffer a joke. I lost Kara's audiobook before I could hear the whole thing, and now I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. All right. Don't hate it. Okay. Listen, we
Soul and body. O Bodin, Bodin our great hetman, what for did you give Ukraine to wretched Muscovites? To return her honor, we lay our heads, we shall call ourselves Ukraine's faithful sons. Soul and body.
Oh, we got rid of a hobgoblin. That's incredible.
Our Slavic brothers already took up arms, no one shall see that we should stay behind. Unite together all, brother Slavs, so that enemies perish and freedom comes.
That was a great
According to Greek mythology, never perished is Ukraine's glory and freedom. Still upon us, young brethren, fate shall smile. Our enemies.
Okay. Oof.
Tim, I have to say I recently saw one of my EXS a week ago when I was at the Museum of History. I just couldn't bring myself to go say hello though. There was just too much history between us.
Shut up. Protein?
According to Greek mythology, if lunch options are chicken meat or German sausages, you have to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Don't hate that. Don't hate that. It's not the worst one I've heard, but come on, Brat. You can do better. Get it. Oh, so this is just kind of its own, like, little secluded part of the beach.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Anything Tim Robinson is like the cat's meow, you know?
Let's say, of the Professional Casual Network, Tim! Welcome back to the show once again. We are, of course, Professional Casual Network, and we are bringing you, oh yeah, the Power Phase. Tim, we got a very special gift for our friend.
It's an incredibly special gift.
Some would say it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
It is Organized Play Vibranium Heist. I've been practicing it all day. As we all know, I keep calling it Vermilion Heist. I have no idea why.
Jumps back up to 9 and has a long movement. He might get that before he goes again. I don't want him to get run over. That hurts a lot.
It does. I've heard.
It's not even a collision.
It would be huge right now if we could subdue him before he crosses those two beams.
Yes.
So we have one round of activations.
So we need to activate 6 to do 3, and then we need to do another 3 damage from attacks.
Yeah.
Because he's at 6 currently.
Correct.
So we need multiple attacks.
Which is kind of brutal, especially when you have somebody like Toad who's like, I'm just going to hang out back here, snap that one objective, and then run away.
Yep.
He now can't do the runaway piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like Black Widow's the same way. Nebula don't care. Objectives aren't real. Objectively, they're objective.
Objective, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to, make the game last longer because this is going to be quick. So we are going to start out with Black Widow over here.
According to Greek mythology, there was once a king that was only 12 inches tall.
Oh yeah?
He ruled poorly and made so many mistakes. He was a terrible king, but he made a great ruler.
I had a feeling it was going the ruler route. I do like that, actually. Pretty all right. Pretty all right.
And his name is John.
I have a channel point redemption thing where I have to do like a just a knife run, and I just spawned in and I heard this coming and I was like, oh dope, I'll be able to get out of this like super quick. Fish! God. That scared... that scared the hell out of me. I was just in here by myself for like 5 minutes. That just scared the crap out of me.
Pick up an extract, you can't move.
Correct.
So then what ended up happening was he started turn one, hops with Storm, goes and picks up the middle center on his back end or whatever, picks it up and tries to leave, and I was like, no, you can't leave. He's like, why? You can't move. He goes, you can't move. So once that happened, I saw the life kind of leaving his body a little bit because he knew what was next. So I went up, threw with Storm, killed Storm top of 2. I scored, oh, by the way, I scored 7 points turn 1.
Sitting right next to him. So I'll go around real quick. You guys introduce yourselves. If you want to give a little information about who you're playing, you don't have to do too much at this point, just a brief overview. So we'll start with my left.
That's me. I'm Danny. And I'm playing Imren Sealgare, and she is an Ishran Tidecaster. Super exciting.
Super
I'm
exciting.
pumped.
Yeah.
Oh, man. She's, like, tall.
Got to play Magneto.
Tim has been wanting this for a long time.
Now you got it back.
You place him within 1 of the nuclear missile.
Place him within 1 of the nuclear missile.
Which he
The
currently
nuclear
is.
missile.
Nuclear missile.
Right. He is in 1 of it, but not within the 1 that I want to be within it. Fucking long arm dong here.
You want help there?
Nope, I don't need it.
Are you hostile? Hello. You seem hostile? Yep, there it is.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A lot of fire behind those. We're going to take off.
That's why I have to alternate them, because if you do them at the same time, it will like lift you up a little bit. So
It's a nice little like adjustment. So
it really is.
One thing that we do need to address, Alyssa pointed it out in the chat when we were dealing with our sound stuff. Intrusions no longer deal damage.
That's right.
At the end of it, so that is new.
Intrusions no longer.
How much produce can a producer produce if a producer could produce produce?
Wow.
Tim, I say this as your friend and a PCN superfan. Please never say UWU again.
Oh, well. Why? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
According to Egyptian mythology, ancient builders were not entirely sure how to build pyramids. They could only do it to a certain point.
I don't hate that. I really don't. Lady dying on the side of the road. You have a chance to save her. Ma'am, do you need me to do the gamma leap for your Hulk before you bleed out? Oh, God.
Ferdinand would go before he would have anyway.
Rip. So is that smoking thing starting a fire?
There is fire on the stairs, yeah.
My heart's telling me I have to go up and get everything before it burns. But I'm just like,
Well, half of my brain is going, what happened to the rest of the people in the goddamn
right?
inn?
Like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
Like, that's been a lot.
You could
slow down.
pretty easily assume everybody in the tavern is awake from
Right.
the screaming and everything.
So are they going to put out the fire?
Game nights at their house, you know, because there wasn't a game store nearby that we could play in. So you just go into random people's game nights and you're playing random games, and you know, you see somebody's cool conversion or cool paint job and you want to outdo them, right? And it becomes like it becomes this thing that you're pushing each other to achieve. Like, oh, my, you know, man, you really painted that to such an awesome, like, And you go home, you're like, man, I got to paint something that's just as good as that. And you're like,
If I recall, got to play her a whole ton at Gen Con, and I think yeah, Deadly Origins. If you get the finisher, you get a Shock Baton follow-up. And a medium advance. New Black Widow is real good. I expect to see her quite a bit. She's a very, very solid 4.
It's cool to see a single character go through almost all the threat values.
Yeah. Yeah. And, on the opposite side, having Captain America all... I did last night, Tim? No, I don't think you did. Why, did you order KFC?
To improve this gameplay experience, I come with a joke. I told my psychologist I am scared of living in a tall building. He said it is only an apartment complex.
I saw that it was triple digits. I did not see that it was that high. Holy cow. All right. Well, I got a big
According to
family.
Tim's alimony payment history, the D in Dr. D used to be for Tim, but he is a deadbeat. So thanks for the trauma.
Iron Man. That's actually why they call me Dr. D. The D is for deadbeat. Happens to the best of us. And Dr. D is honestly kind of one of the best of us. So I don't know how you would expect me to not. Let's go, bros. One-on-one there. Maybe we move up a rat folk here so we can at least get a decent punch. Doesn't look like that's going to happen because they're all marked. I don't like the idea of having all of my gutter runners right there. This is our house now. This is our house now. This is our house now. I don't think that worked though. I don't think the voice thing worked. We're gonna break through this wall, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Let's maximize this again. Thank you. 4, 3. We're really rocking now. Ah! No, get away, man! I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry! It wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me! I'm friendly, I'm friendly, I'm friendly, I'm friendly! Ah! He threw a spear at us! We're gonna lose him! We're gonna lose him! We're gonna lose him! Oh, it's a bear! The boar got me! Stop it! I don't like that! Anonymous? Can't even be mad at anybody!
Hey Tim, I was looking forward to how great this great stream was going to be since
me
we
too, man.
continue to find ourselves in this position of greatness where you play a game that the rest of the great world has given up on. To celebrate, I bring a joke. Walking home last night, I passed a slice of apple pie, an ice cream sundae, and a lemon cheesecake. I
Okay.
thought to myself that the streets seemed oddly deserted.
Alright. Alright. Alright, no minimum fishing requirement for this, or I need a...
Yeah, you too, man. No, I think that was someone else. I'm gonna take this evac though. Have a good one, dude. Ah, no! The rebels are terrorists, not for nothing. Remember that time they attacked an in-construction facility, killing over 300,000 people, and they celebrated it. They celebrated it. You're talking construction workers, electricians,
nurses, food preparation folk, custodial engineers, all killed at the hands of the rebel terrorist Luke Skywalker.
Yeet.
According
Nice.
to Halloween legends, I told my girlfriend I was only scared of a single thing. She asked me which is. I said exactly.
Witches. So, first off, incredible turnout from the Pork Roll Protocol, like as a whole. Repping them with the shirt. What was it like? Now, how many?
And I'm like, okay, so red and yellow. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know what parts need to be red and what parts need to be yellow. I'm like, got it.
Yep. According to Greek mythology, I really wanted to play the guitar badly when I was younger. I can say after years of very hard work and practice and dedication, I can now play the guitar really badly.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right.
It's whip time, baby. We're gonna whip. We're gonna whip it out. We're gonna pull them out in these pictures, and these pictures, we're gonna pull them out. And we're gonna look at stuff, and then we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Pulling it out. Pulling it out. And then we're gonna talk about wieners. Okay, here we go.
Great
According
start.
to my doctor's prescription pad, I recently learned that my grandpa has a brutal addiction to Viagra.
No one is taking it harder than
grandma.
Oh, nuts. Ah, nuts. All right, don't hate that. Oh, is that a good sausage? Rotten banana. That's not a sausage at all. Is that a rotten banana in your pocket, or are you just happy to sell?
Oh my fucking God. Jesus Christ. That one, I don't know why, that one was a little bit louder than usual.
He beat me at a game. It's not quite rock, paper, scissors. It's just scissors. He scissored me better than I scissored him, and I made him mod. These Cyclopses are going to be happening. I couldn't be more excited about it.
According to Greek mythology, Chiron was a half-human, half-horse doctor. This made him the centaur for disease control.
I actually liked that quite a bit. I liked.
Yeah, I usually do like a Mr. Rogers, like, oh, hey there, guys, it's me, it's Dr. D. We're here to, you know, I welcome you to the disaster zone. I quote Bob Ross things a lot, so I feel like that's kind of the vibe I'm trying to give off.
Huh. He'll have to, if he doesn't layoff. Why don't you make like a layoff and leave?
My brain just doesn't work that way, making up puns and stuff.
We like to do things correctly, and puns are specifically built for people's brains that find things that are broken.
Top tier Java.
Here in just...
After the stream yesterday, I accidentally swallowed some food coloring. The doctor says I am okay, but I feel like I've died a little on the inside.
I like it. Stop me if you've heard this one.
Pushed a little too hard on Saturday and felt rough Sunday. Jeez. You got me. All right, you did. You 100% got me on that one. scared the shit out of me.
They'll think. Tiefling. Tiefling.
The Absolute chose well when she chose you.
Yep.
And say, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, chat for real. You saved that one. Man, imagine that.
I like that. As much as I want Andrew to win, we should play fair, says Neo Kenobi. And yeah, absolutely. Like, especially something like that, that it wasn't so much just like forgetting to use a superpower or something. Like, he scored that point. He should have it. Absolutely.
100%. It looks like Taylor is mostly healed from Ben's throttling earlier.
All right, guys. You know, I knew that it was going to be worth signing on to stream today. You guys would get me
Last
fired
night,
up.
I went to a bar with a friend of mine.
Okay.
The bartender asked me if I wanted to go out after this drink. I told her I have a girlfriend. She told me, okay, but I need to close the bar.
Goodness gracious.
But yeah, level
Tom,
cap 20.
I have to ask you this as a doctor. Did your kid walk backwards to school recently? I heard it was back to school day.
Did they end up?
Sooner, putting another W under the belt.
Yep.
Got to thank the person that is shackled in his basement because he's given him all the practice he could possibly need.
Yep.
This is incredible. What an upset.
Friends, countrymen, Marvel Crisis Protocol champions. Hashtag player for MCP. All right, guys, if you have not, sorry, go for it, Dan.
Mitch number of players in the contest champions was 65.
Yes. 65 people, 4 people left, 1 champion, and it is Nate GG of the Gamers Guild.
Nate GG.
And you know what? Honestly, a great. Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct.
For sure.
Going from what 2.5 years of MCP to this.
Yes.
You know.
Yep. So that'll end it. The 2 missions. The Separatists got it. Even though they separatist those shoves when they shouldn't have.
The good guys won.
The good guys won.
Right.
Everyone loves
That's
to see
what
it.
matters.
Dooku is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Real
Django was
good.
awesome.
Yeah, Django was actually super stellar.
We did it.
Very, very, very happy with him as well. So, I do really like staggering Hulk there. He
Yeah.
might get elusive as well. It could get him out of dodge a little bit. I mean, we've seen over the course of the weekend, yesterday during the LCQ, that Hulk has been whiffing a lot. Like an absolute lot.
Really?
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yesterday we saw Baron Zemo hold off a Hulk for like 3 rounds, taking maybe 1 or 2 damage at a time. Yeah.
That's shocking.
It really. Okay. All right. Cool. You did it. You convinced me. Here we go. Let's go over to Twitch. This will be permanently increased. Viewer rewards, channel points, hydrate. $250. No, that's too heavy. That's too much of a tax. 200. Okay. Also updated. We also updated the description of it. You monsters. Dallas is perfect.
I'm the Shadow King! Look at it!
I have a question. For the art store affiliation battle, can I bring Beta Ray Bill and the Inhumans? Pwetty pwetty please. Who let the dogs out? Who? Who let the dogs out? Who? Who let the dogs out? Who? Who let the dogs out? Who?
That was good. That was well done. There is Baldur's Gate 3, though. Oh, we just missed that whisper. Someone just whispered us to report you. But it kind of looked like it was your name, so I wasn't super sure. Why isn't this... Yeah, we're back. We're back. Talking to Anthony, and then Chuck came in.
Let me tell you something that I hope makes you as angry as I was Tom.
Oh, okay.
I told the carpenter that came to my house last week to not carpet my steps. He just gave me a blank stare.
That took longer than it should have. I'm a little disappointed in myself for that one. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Actually, rather disappointed with myself on that one. Yeah, a blank stare. Let's talk about carpeted steps real quick. I think this is going to be some high quality entertainment. What's area will be caught on site? Whoa.
It's very powerful. So if you use
I got a muse for you. These nuts.
A muse. Got a muse for you.
Tell me if you heard this one. After dinner, my wife asked me if I could clear the table. I needed a run-up, but I made it.
Clear the table.
According to Greek mythology.
That one took me a second. That's a good one.
Better to fall victim to that. But, and then once again, as always, the mats for today are provided by FLG themselves. They're pre-marked. They are updated for the new Crisis, and you can find a link to them down below.
They're checking all the size of the terrain there. Nicely painted stuff.
Jacob, hey, thank you. Absolutely. Actually, while you're here, Jacob.
Ah! It's Praxis!
Alright, fine, Dick Cheese. How about this one? Kara says that salads I make tend to be a bit on the dry side. It's definitely something that needs addressing.
Hearing AI say Dick Cheese, he doesn't have any
According
extra...
to Greek mythology, if April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims. Last one, I promise.
Wow. He will go left with it, but he won't do...
Anyway.
Have a good one, dude. Yeah, you too. Absolutely. All right. Is the cuts the top 32? I believe so. I'm not positive on that, though. Not
I just know
positive
there
on
were
that.
3 rounds tomorrow.
Yeah.
After cuts is all the details I know. All right. So we got a couple minutes. I'm not sure.
Now. Ah! No, get away, man! I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry! It wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me! I'm friendly, I'm friendly, I'm friendly, I'm friendly! Ah! He threw a spear at us! We're gonna lose him! We're gonna lose him! We're gonna lose him! Oh, it's a bear! The boar got me! I was killed by boar!
It's Tisdale.
Because I love Tizzy.
Because I love Tizzy.
Tim, can you confirm something for me? Do they call it when a homeless person spits in your mouth the Oneonta handshake? Doc told me it is true.
No. That's not. Why do people keep, like, just a couple potatoes in so many different places? That was a lot of potatoes. That wasn't a sound redemption, right? Is there someone here? Check my messages quick. Huh. Oh, geez, it was a sticker. Okay. Okay, all right. All right, cool. Dope.
God, jeez. you got me with that one. Oh my gosh.
And also the cat. Just not a good move. So what's up with CGR? Talk to me about him. Is he just like, because I know everybody was like so terrified of Immortal Hulk. They were like, oh my gosh, Immortal Hulk breaks this whole game. He's the worst thing that's ever happened in the entire history forever. Everyone's dead. Is he on like Malekith pre-patch levels?
It is so cool and great to see you playing WoW. Again, it's so great. I figured since we are having such a great time, I would ask you a great question.
What's that?
Does a galleon of water or a galleon of butane weigh more? Water, since butane is a lighter fluid.
In my brain hole, right? When you asked that question, I thought that was like an actual riddle, and I was like, wait, I think butane's lighter.
All right, a lizard tried to poke a tree with his pointy tail, but between his legs is where that tail remained, as lizard did no damage, and he's the one to blame. Just wrote a Christmas nursery rhyme for you there.
So now we're just using a little bit of that Rhine oxide, and we're going to clean up some of these transition lines. Very, very watered down. I know a guy in Malden that would love to get all of your ricin.
Why do you know a guy that wants ricin?
Because it's Wilmar. He was telling me just a couple nights ago. He's like, Dylan.
See all the cool things, and know that we've got lots of plans for Shatterpoint, just like we do with all the other game lines, and it's one we're going to continue to support. And let's go ahead and show the first thing, which is. Sorry. Who took these pictures? I don't even see it here. It's so blurry. I know, it's not even there. So one of the things that we love to do, especially
First one. They are so.
According to Greek mythology, my wife hated my purchase of a revolving chair, but then she sat on it and eventually came around.
My dad told my wife that never happened, and I felt so gaslit, so thank you. Can you please text her and tell her that was a real thing? Tell her to come on this stream right now, and I will tell her. No cap. Hey, Mario, loads of people use things called a door to go in and out of their houses. Oh, got him. She's at work.
Oh, speeder bug. Jeez, okay. Busy day, huh? Okay, there we go. That's kind of what I'm after. And just to keep it a little more on the balanced side, we're going to take some of the muck, and we're going to mix it in with that blue, just to kind of make it look like mud. Mud. She freed us! We're free! We can eat whatever we want! Even paint! We're free! Dobby is free to eat paint!
The chicken's head bobs.
Go! I'm trying to chase you, chicken! Get chased! Chicken, be chased!
The chicken's head bobs.
I want to chase you! Help! Chicken. Must have a... let's throw it. Yeet!
That's the game done. Come here.
So, I thought maybe yeeting the chicken was gonna be the way to go. Uh-oh. Are we in trouble? Uh-oh.
Oi! You're not meant to chase it to death. Now you.
So, Dan, out of all the games that we've seen this weekend, what was some of your highlights? In order, alphabetically.
Alphabetically. Ben losing. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not going to repeat it.
So I asked for alphabetical, and Alyssa getting into the finals was, I think, a highlight for us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Here's the good news. We've now set an established amount of bits it will take to murder him. Here's the thing. We can both see each other on the map. I thought that Bulldog would have done it, but our aim is bad. I don't know if anyone ever has seen our aim or not. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! You're a bad man, Chris. Or not Chris. Sorry, you are not a bad man. Shane. He was our friend. He was our friend. We're gonna let everyone know that this guy was my friend. Mine.
This is why we're not going to get people to play with us. Chris gave us a really good shot, and you guys murdered him 3 games in a row.
I was doing some thinking about things lately, Tom.
Oh, yeah?
Tara keeps telling me it is strange that I keep staring at the window every single time there is a heavy rainstorm here in Boston. I think it would be a lot less weird if she would just let me inside.
We like that. I've learned, and this was a lesson, and you might not believe this because I can't read, but what a good lesson it was for us to stop, to see a text-to-speech from Dr. D and then just stop reading it. Don't read it, Tim. You're going to enjoy it so much more if you don't. And it holds real true. Real true.
Alyssa, I have friend. His name's Scott Amberg. He take my Bible, yes? He cross out the A in Hosea. It says hose. He say, Tim, look at this. This book in Bible is book of hose. I say, why do you write in my Bible, Scott? He says, oh, also I add S. Also, I add S to every page in your Revelations. And I was like, I don't like this. And then he added an F at the front of the entire book of Acts and was like, this is true. Look, it's the book of facts. And I was like, oh gosh, Scotty, I feel like you have really written on something that was, it was not study Bible. This is not Bible to highlight.
I hate you so much.
I did not appreciate it at all.
Oh, I'm sweating.
My glasses and they're not there.
I definitely didn't see that one coming.
Hey. I don't get it.
Because I don't have glasses on.
Okay. I was like, where's Okoye? How much?
And we are back. Welcome. So, we have a little bit of a grudge match up next. Some pork roll versus some pork roll.
It is Thunderdome time.
And it's Thunderdome time.
Yeah. And this is big implications, too.
Is there? What are the implications?
They're both 2-1, I believe.
Oh.
So the winner of this, pretty likely the top 8. Where the loser has to go home. Literally, we're making them go home.
And so for one of them, the drive is pretty quick. The other one has to go back to Connecticut, which might be a handful of hours. So let's jump down to it. Let me clear all this, because we are going to have Mike Whalen,
who's on Wakanda, I believe,
up against Jin, and it looks like
he's on Inhumans.
Mike is going to have priority here.
I expect mini crunch.
So, head judge did come over and say that slapping each other was legal.
Yep.
Yeah, we went over this. No punching under the belt, no weighted gloves.
Oh, I thought it was only punching under the belt.
And every time Mike yells an obscenity, that's a victory point for Jin.
That's right.
That's what I heard.
But if he whispers it, it's fine.
Yes, yes.
All right, and we'll get all the threat and the crisis eye cleared. And we already have the crisis. Legacy virus and McCran.
McCran?
And Mcron. I've said it wrong. I've been corrected so many times, but it's stuck in my head. We've asked chat too, and we've gotten an answer. I forget what it is, though.
I'm going to stick with Mcron.
It is Mcron.
It is Mcron.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, he sent 12 dice right into McCran.
Jam those right in McCran.
Charles' favorite food is eating McCrans. And, I mean, I'm just so used to Jin playing webs. Like,
I was very disappointed when I found out he wasn't playing webs in this tournament.
So let's go and pull up that Longshanks. Winter Guard, by the way, currently undefeated. Might be seeing them tomorrow.
Yeah, very good chance we are. Very impressive by Ben.
Yeah, because even if they lose this one, that'll still be 3-1 and a very solid shot.
See, all it took
at being in there.
all it took is Webb's not being in the tournament to get Ben into the
Oh,
top
Jin
8.
is in humans.
Yeah. Yes, he's in humans. Yeah. I'm actually excited to see this match because I'm hearing a lot of hubbub about this Inhumans team, and I
Yeah.
want to see what they're all about. See what makes them so strong.
And we have certainly seen some Inhumans piloted by some good players, but it's a very different treat when you get to see Jin pilot something that, has a little oomph behind it.
Yeah, he's a very consistent, calculated player.
Yeah, very much so. And just a general good guy. Yeah. Unless he's lying
Best
to
guy.
you, like he did to me at Red Seal.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
He came up to me, and I was looking at a bunch of Star Wars Unlimited stuff, because Red Seal had a whole bunch of deck boxes and play mats and sleeves that my LGS didn't have.
Yeah.
He's like, so what are you looking at? And I was telling him, going through, I was like, I kind of want this, maybe thinking about that. And he's like, well, I got a gift card for winning, and it has to be over $30. And I was like, you're not going to spend it? He's like, no, I don't really get here all that often. I was like, oh, okay. So I grabbed a few things. And I was worried it wasn't going to be over 30 because it made it seem like it was going to be it had to be over 30 to use the thing or whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll grab these. And, oh, gotcha. So this is going to be Mike's roster.
Mike's built already?
Yeah, we have King T, Okoye, A-Bomb, Luke Cage, and M'Baku.
Yep.
And then for Tactics cards, we have Recal, Heroes, Sack, Wakanda Forever, and Brace.
Yeah, he was just telling me over the break how he was glad to have been playing Luke Cage and Wakanda again.
Yeah.
He said it's really been helpful in keeping his models alive and letting them do their thing. So cool to see.
But so I grabbed this stuff.
Yeah.
And Jin's like, oh, because it's my gift card, hand it to me and I'll buy it. And I was like, all right, just let me know if it's over or anything like that. So I go back to the other players, and he goes over and picks it up, and he brings it over, and I was like, okay, how much do I owe you? And he's like, oh, no. And I was like, did you actually have a gift card? And he's like, no. And I was like, you son of a...
Even when you're doing something nice, lying hurts, Jin.
And,
okay.
And then I was like, I grabbed extra stuff because I thought I had to be over 30, and now I feel like a dickhead.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're just throwing extra stuff on.
Yeah.
Like, no. It was very thoughtful. Jin is a very nice individual.
Great
But
guy.
he's a liar.
Yeah. We can't all be perfect.
That's true. That's true. So this whole weekend, I've been waiting for him to go get food. To be like, oh, I have a gift card for here. Hold on. It just hasn't panned out yet.
Let's see what happens tonight.
Yeah.
At dinner. Yeah. I got a gift card to PF Chang. Now, I don't know what his list looks like, but I think it's pretty stock in humans, pretty much all
Yeah.
the humans I think he's playing. I'm trying to look over at his trade. Yeah.
Yeah, I see Miss Marvel, Lockjaw, Medusa, Black Bull.
And not King Black Bull, right? I don't think that's being used.
From here I can't quite see because I always look for the exploding rubble in front of him.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Don't quite see that.
I think he's built. I think he's ready to go.
What's that?
I think he's
Taylor?
Oh. See, I can't hear him, so I thought you were talking to yourself.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. My doctor has advised against it. All right, so for Jin, looks like we have Baron Zemo. Is that Angela?
Is that it?
Black Bolt, King or regular? Regular Black Bolt, Gorgon, Lockjaw, Zemo, Angela.
Angela.
So what threat are they playing? I could count those all up, but numbers are hard.
I think 19, because I think it's both 19.
19.
Right?
Yep. For Jin's tactics cards, we have Recal, Brace, Sacrifice, Great Refuge, and Inhuman Royal Family. And your mom. Wait a minute, Taylor. I don't think that's right. You know, legacy viruses, some might say, not civilian tokens.
Yeah. So he doesn't get to use his funny stuff.
His Terragenesis or his... do they have 2 Tactics cards that are based off of civilian tokens, or is it just the one?
I want to say it's just the one, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, with their new stuff, I'm always double guessing. It's like, wait, did they add a hoobly flute?
A what?
A hoobly flute? It's
Hoobly flute.
It's a term for civilian tactics cards I heard in a back alley once. So it looks like we have M'Baku down for Wakanda. And looks like we're going to get a Zemo from Jin. A very hunter green abomination.
Very green.
Oh, beautiful, brilliant smile.
Yeah, you can see it from here.
He's using that Crest 3D white. Not a sponsor.
Now, Mike has priority, so I wonder which extract he's going to prioritize getting first.
Yeah.
Put A-Bomb down there, so maybe he's going to go for that bottom one?
Very well could be.
Don't think he's going to put Black Panther into the middle to pick that up. That seems risky.
It does. There's Lockjaw next to Baron. And it looked like we were about to get a Okoye down, but a second guess from Mr. Wayland. And we get Luke Cage instead. And we have been officially commandeered by the will of Castillo himself.
He said he's going to lay down across the table and take a nap.
And we're going to eat sushi off his body.
Oh. I'd like to organize that too.
Nice. More dice. I got more dice. What else? Start.
And there will be a
What?
Oh
no!
I love the grass, the tall grass behind Okoye there. That's very cool basing.
Yes. I wonder if did he do that himself?
Oh, she has stealth, obviously.
Ah.
And we do have a hydrate from Dave. Thanks, man.
Hydrate? Does that mean I have to drink water?
Yeah. Or whatever you got, really.
Hydrating, very important. Chat.
It is.
I'm a streamer now. I could say chat. Thanks, chat.
Idiots.
Yeah. We normally refer to them as dumb idiots.
Yeah.
When we get something wrong,
I won't refer to you guys like that.
Say it was a joke.
You're smart idiots in my eyes.
Yeah.
Right, Jin's basically just kind of centering all of his models so that he keep it open where he wants to go.
There is a handshake, so that does mean honor is intact.
You know I'm going to play that a lot. You know that, right?
And with Mike up first, Joe, looks like you're right, heading down to that bottom Impront.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the extract carrier on his squad right now.
Especially if you have priority, if you're playing on the left side of the table, kind of having that size 4 crash plane as a little bit of extra defense kind of makes that a little bit safer to pick up. And the leader is M'Baku, sounds like.
40K singles next.
And we get the old double move, the shuffle to pick up the truffle, and that'll be Abomination. Over to Jin. I assume we're probably going Zemo for the lap. That would be my guess.
Or Angela up the middle.
Yeah.
With a safe grab. Because I'm assuming she could walk over.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that is a safe grab.
Yep.
Having that base just a little bit bigger does the job.
Yeah, the long move with the same as the ASM Spider-Man or Namor does the same thing. Curious that why he went with Angela over something like a Namor.
Well, might be for that throw. And there goes a size 4 into a meal.
Oh, it only costs her 2 to throw.
And that'll be a brace.
Aha. That would be why he did it. Uses her.
Yep.
I know Mike will be happy not to have to deal with that terrain anymore.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Yeah, Angela.
Measuring a little bit to Black Ball.
Yeah, so I think what he's worried about is if he goes and picks that up with M'Baku, he's fairly squishy at energy attacks.
Correct, yeah.
So he might... It's tough. He might want to consider Luke Cage? I don't even know if he'd make it.
Yeah, that looks tight.
I don't think he would.
And looks like he might try it.
Just thinking about it. He might just make it. I'm not sure. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing that can lose him a game if he's wrong. So he might just go for the safer one.
Be safe, be sure. Towards the back end of the Legacy Virus. And he's going to grab it. And that'll be M'Baku.
I think we're going to see a lockjaw activation. Get the power, pass it to somebody.
I like
somebody.
kind of somewhat of that decoy too. The teleport on Lockjaw's range 3 away, right? Or is it only 2?
I know getting the power is range 2. I think it might be within range 3.
Because, I mean, putting something like Baron Zemo almost as a bluff to who you're going to teleport and having Black Bolt on the other side to slingshot up.
I think it's range 3.
It is 3.
Yep.
And there he goes. Certainly not worried about Luke Cage coming up and hitting. And then I'm assuming Lockjaw just moves on to that back.
So, I don't know if he can make it. Because I think that's close.
Oh, yeah, that is he in there, Taylor? Wait, is Lockjaw within one of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if he'd make it or not.
I regularly forget that the teleport is an action.
Yep.
So I was like, oh yeah, he just double moves up, no big deal. Yeah.
I'm actually glad Inhumans are seeing an uptick in play now.
Yeah, same.
I always thought they were strong and just like cool characters. So it's just cool to see them on the board. But a lot of people are playing them now.
Correct, yeah. Well, and that's kind of how it should be, right? After a character drop where they get, 4 new characters and a couple new options for leaders, like... Nice to see that flow.
Although I don't think anybody's really playing Medusa leadership.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Medusa's not that great of a character, in my opinion. But I could see a 4th threat leader. Definitely has a home in their affiliation.
Luke will go up and press the button. With no contention there, he will have it. And that'll be Luke. So without any major swings, looking like we'll probably have a 4-3 round.
Most likely.
Abomination, actually, yeah, kind of looking like Michigan J Frog.
Oh, that's screaming for a cane and a top hat
That
right
really
is. What is it? Hello, my lady.
Hello, my ragtime girl. So we have Gorgon moving up.
Yeah, flip it.
Gonna pay to flip, some might say. Which with hooves is a lot harder than you might think.
Is it? I maybe you can't really get under with the hooks.
Yeah. And does look like we will be in range of a hoof quake. Potentially adding a shock to A-bomb. And gets the wild. Actually shows pretty well. Only block is going to be the DR. And he's going to take 3 about it.
He's going to reroll first.
And in humans reroll.
Now
yeah.
Yeah, this Gorgon guy is he's proven to be pretty good.
This is shotgun a wild there, right? Yes, it is. Okay. We'll move back over to Conda. Bringing in Okoye to press a button. Leaving King T to maybe potentially have a shot at Angela.
I think he's got to leave King T for last to see which side he really wants to go to with King T. Because theoretically, if just going by threat, if Angela and Gorgon, so that's 8 threat on that side of the board, you could theoretically be okay with just Okoye and Abomination on that side of the board. It's just 7 threat. You don't want to really start committing 12 threat to that side of the board if the rest of Jin's threats on the other side.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I think it's going to depend on where Zemo goes to see where King T goes.
Then we will get a second move to be within bodyguard range.
Yep.
And that'll be Okoye. Still having Black Bolt and Baron Zemo. Jin.
See how aggressive he wants to get here.
Yeah,
I'd imagine you don't want to get too aggressive. You probably just want to kind of keep him for the rerolls there.
Yeah. Yep. And it doesn't seem like Jin would be the bet everything on a double move up and trying to flip a point against the odds, but
No. I don't believe so. But what he could have done there is actually just going with Black Bolt first.
Push him off the point.
And then leaving Zemo to have that last activation could have potentially been good. But.
And we are going to get a slap at Angela. Looking pretty all right. But she is going to block probably all of it. No. She will take one.
Is he going to flip it? With M'Baku? No.
You must have forgot.
I'll be bugging him about that one.
Yep. But that is Mike activated out, so we'll be maintaining priority into the next round.
What did he say?
He knows it was bad to flip it with a Koye. He's aware of it. And it's all right. All right, here's Black Bolt into M'Baku. Blocking 2, though. Oh, converting those crits and the reroll showing 5 total. So he's going to take 3.
Not the worst.
Yeah, certainly could have been worse.
Oh, yeah.
And that will start it 4-3. Mike. Going into round 2, Mike still has priority.
I think this is going to be a fairly obvious Black Panther trying to take out Angela.
Oh, yeah, just dumpster her?
Yeah.
I mean, she has a legacy virus as well, so...
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
These are very nice.
Those are awesome. We got some pins.
I didn't see this wall.
Got some Champions Cups pins here from Frontline. And what looks to be a magnet. Pretty dope. I believe everyone involved in today's event gets one of those.
They always have cool little swag here.
They do.
I collect all the dice and pins that I get or whatever. What Mike's considering here. His options are got Angela. There's also A-bomb potentially spend during Dorgan, but that doesn't seem great right now.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe getting M'Baku to safety. It's hard to get him to safety, but it's a tough decision.
Well, I mean, he's set himself up pretty okay with bodyguards on both sides.
Yeah.
But spending an activation to have M'Baku just kind of running around also doesn't seem like the greatest use of him, but if it keeps him alive. And looks like he might be getting aggressive with him. Oh, hell, this is the first one. This is our fourth ACO. First time I've gotten a chip.
Yeah, I wonder why they never did that, right?
Yeah. Nope. You get like stuff for discounts or something for each one you have.
Oh, it's wild to hit his push. That's
wild. Oh, okay.